Hi, I'm Amber and I'm a Reiki master and a Shamanic practitioner, and this is day 18 in 21 days to create a daily practice in your life. Yesterday, day 17, was the practice of honoring your truth every single day and saying, I am in my truth every single day. So I hope that yesterday was a beauty-filled, power-filled practice of honouring your truth, and truly a practice that we continue indefinitely as best we can. Today's practice is about reawakening, awakening the dreamer in you, that part of you that is able to imagine, to reimagine anything and everything in your existence, that is not bound by the confines or the illusions of distance or boundaries or buildings, that is able to send your imagining into any space and any time. So for today's practice, you shall need to have that strong connection to your tree, and I would urge you that if you haven't been out to the land already and connected with a tree, that you use today as a really good opportunity to do that. So the first part of it then is having that strong connection with your tree, and as I have suggested before, to set the intention before you leave the house that you will be guided to that bit of land or that tree that most holds the most power, the most knowledge, and the most healing for you at this time. And as you approach this bit of land, to again ask to be led to the tree that holds the most knowledge and the most healing for you at this time. And to bring your awareness as you are on this land, as you move towards your tree, as you are guided to a certain tree, to move your awareness into your senses of what you can see, and really investing in what you can see, the multi-layeredness of colour, the texture of leaves, of branches, of a tree trunk, of the grass beneath your feet, the sky. Really invest in what you can hear, bird song, the wind in the trees, the tiniest whisperings of whatever you may be able to pick up on. Really allow that to infuse you, so soak it all up. Soak up those colours, soak up those sounds, soak up those textures, those feelings, the ground beneath your feet, the feel of the trunk of the tree, or the feel of leaves, or the feel of grass. Really soak it all in, as if this is the first time you have ever experienced this planet, as if this was the first time you had ever come across land, a tree, grass, sky. Soak it up with the wonder of a child. So that's the first part of today's practice, is to really, if you haven't already done so, then go back out, connect with your tree in that way. And then spend as much time as you need to, again, with your back up against the trunk of the tree, with your eyes shut, just breathing in that energy. And again, soaking it up as if this was the first time you had ever sat with your back up against the trunk of a tree, with the wonder of a child, the openness and the innocence of a child. Really invest in this, because it shall pay dividends later on in the practice. The second part of the practice then is, once you are back in your home, in your sacred space, is to go to your sacred space, and you're going to take with you, as before, a scarf or a blindfold, or an eye mask, something to cover your eyes with, because you'll be doing this in darkness to really awaken your imagination, your imagining, that dreamer in you. And in your sacred space, with your eyes covered, I would like you, as the second part of the practice, to now reconnect with that bit of land and that tree that you visited previously. Really go into that space of imagining. Recreate that tree in your mind, the texture of the leaves, the branches, the trunk. Imagine yourself by that tree again, and what it felt like to have the earth beneath your feet, the air on your skin. What did it feel like when you sat with your back up against the trunk? Truly, you are recreating but it's for the first time. So you're creating for the first time a new interaction with your tree from a distance, from a space of distance. And you're setting the intention as you do this that you are, through thought, through intention, connecting with your tree. You merely happen to be separated by distance, but the connection is still there. And so for this, you may need to actively really create what that tree looked like or felt like for you, or it may come very easily to you. You may just be able to do it as a thought. This will be an exploration for you. But allow yourself to sit in that space of darkness, that space of stillness, and feel that connection to your tree again and the land again. Knowing that you can feel that connection again from a different space, from distance. The purpose behind this practice is our thoughts are incredibly powerful. What we do in our active daydreaming creates the life that we live. Now, other practices have looked at mindfulness of your thoughts and awareness of your thoughts. Today is about understanding the power of your thoughts. If you are able to sit in your sacred space in stillness and connect to your tree and truly feel that energy again from a place of distance, truly summon that up for you and feel something, feel that energy, feel that grounding, feel that holding. It shows you the power of your thoughts. It shows you what you are able to create in your life simply from a place of active daydreaming. So often we spend our time daydreaming. I mean, we all do it. We look out of the window on a bus, we're standing in queue somewhere when we're bored, and our thoughts go somewhere. And some people are more visual than others, so some people will actually be able to see the event which happened, or that they would like to happen, and others will feel it, and others will hear it. We all have that capability to do it, and so often we live our lives either in a past event, reliving that, whether it was beautiful or painful, therefore recreating it again and again and again, not being in the moment, certainly not looking forward to the future. Or we live our lives in a future that we would like, whatever our dreams may be, whether we dream of winning millions of pounds or dollars, or we dream of being famous, or we dream of flying around the world. We are consistently placing our energy in the past or the future. And of course, we're always, the basic teaching is to be in the moment now, to surrender to where we are now. There is also a power in knowing where we wish to be and what we wish to bring into our lives. What are we actively daydreaming? Are we focusing our attentions on that which we love, which creates more love in our lives? Or are we actively focusing our attentions on that which creates disharmony in some way? A sense of desperation. Even if our daydream is to fly halfway across the world, as we're having that daydream, a part of us may be saying, this is never going to happen. I wish this would happen. In which case, all we have created is the lack of that ever happening. This active imagining is about really, truly coming to understand your capabilities as an active dreamer and the power of your thoughts. If you are able to connect with the energy of your tree from a distance, then it shows that we are able to connect to anyone and anything from a distance. Distance is no barrier. It shows us how mindful we therefore need to be of where we are flinging our thoughts and what we are sending to people and places. But it also shows us the great work that we can do with that we can send love to a situation, we can send healing, we can send our good wishes, and it will make an impact. And similarly, we can draw on the energy of sacred places that we may have visited. As sacred and as simple as your tree. That's no replacement for actually going and being with the land, connecting to the tree, to your tree, to the elements. However, it shows us that there are no obstacles. that it is only us that creates that obstacle. So today's practice is just to give you a simple taste of what it could be like if you were able to connect to the energy of your tree from a distance. And I simply want you to experience what that feels like for you. You may need to give this a few goes. You may need to, say the first time it doesn't quite work for you, go back to your tree and really invest your energy in an authentic connection to that land, to the tree, to the elements. Knowing that when you come back, you shall be connecting back in again with that. It starts to bring your awareness to energy, to how that energy feels, to the resonance of objects, people around us, and to the power of the land, to the power of our visioning and our dreaming. But that's way down the line. This is a really simple practice, just to bring that connection that you felt with your tree into your sacred space, and to know that you can do that, and to start to understand the power of your thoughts. So I wish you much excitement and discovery with this practice, which is to really authentically connect with your tree in the physical world, and then to come back into your sacred space, go into a place of darkness, and connect again with your tree in the dream world, in the active dream world, of which we do all the time. This is simply about being mindful of where your thoughts go and where your dreaming abilities go. And that's enough for today. So, until the next time, sending you much love and joy and power. So it is. It is so.